Assalamu alaikum, 7th class in English ladder, page number 51 and lecture number 16. Today our topic is about the vocabulary. As each one of you knows that in the previous lecture we were discussing about the comprehension of the lesson number 7, A Long Walk to the Freedom, and that is about the autobiography of Nelson Mandela. So in the previous lecture we talked about the answer questions and reference context. So let's start our topic of today. Our topic is about the vocabulary, that you have to collect or you have to choose the suitable vocabulary according to the topics relevant to the topics, like synonyms and different types of the activities and such type of the things that are relating to your word, specific word. So let's start. Word webs. Webs means students जाल बनाना, उनको रिलेट करना आपस में. A spider makes a web and all the threads of the web are connected. It means कि जो मकड़ी है वो एक जब जाल बनाती है तो उसके जो सारे धागे होते हैं, उसके जो सारी तारें होती हैं आपस में कनेक्ट होती हैं बहुत अच्छे प्रॉपर वे से. Similarly, we can make word webs using words and phrases related to a concept, place or theme. In this way we can also make some words relating to any topic, that can be phrases or the words you know very well, just single word, and phrases that is a group of the words we can write according to any concept. It means any idea, like we have the idea about any personality, about anything like social activities and festivals. So these are the ideas. And then place, any historical place like Lahore Fort, and theme, and this is also relating the theme or the concept, like we talk about any poem or story, and then we give the specific theme to it, and we collect some words to narrate our idea. So let's have a look on the topic, that how we can make a word web. Students, here they have make the word web from the word Eid. Eid, you know very well that this is the festival, religious festival about the Muslims. And so relating to the Eid, we can firstly see that what to do, things to do relating to Eid. And then shopping, we also go in bazaar for shopping, and then we also decorate our houses on the Eid. And these are the major concepts, and relating to these concepts you have to brain your mind. It means you have to brainstorm your mind, like relating the things to do. You visit your relations, means you visit your relatives. And light lamps, like you see the light lamps in bazaar or any festival like Eid Miladun Nabi. And evening prayers, morning prayers, such type of the activities we perform. And then shopping, gifts, we purchase gifts, sweets, clothes. And then decorations में आ जाता है colorful lights, earthen lamps and flowers. And then you can make your word web from these words, as we have read in the poem or the stories of our previous lessons, like Kuno. And this is the relating word about the long walk to freedom. It means it was relating about the village of Nelson Mandela. So we read about this word, that Kuno was a village, and there was one shopping mall. And literacy rate, how the literacy rate was growing over there, you can write about the schools as well. And then their living style, and you can add about the activities of the children as well. So in this way you can make a word web about the word Kuno. And such as farm, there are a lot of things to do in the farms. And then same as playground, you perform a lot of activities or games in the playground. And so as you can talk about nature or schools. Okay students, then come to the G part, circle the odd one. It means you have to choose a word that are giving the different meanings relating to these words. It means here we have the word stream and its opponent word is tributary. And then disease. Disease means any ailment, sickness or illness, but here the word is death. It's the odd one. And wealthy. Wealthy means very well, rich, opulent and opulent, but here we'll choose the odd word happy. Exotic, it means a foreign, remarkable, conventional, striking. These are the relevant words, so we have to choose the odd word. Different. Essential. Essential, that important, mandatory, significant, but we have to choose the word simple. So as students, you can make the odd words, or you can choose the odd words from your text, like we read about the opponents, it's rhyming, or sorry, it's synonym is rivals, but you can write here friends, because we have to write the odd word. Then unruly means disobedient, you can write here obedient. Okay, then come to the part H. Complete the sentences by adding able or able. Students, these two words show the ability or capability. Like we use the words able or able at the end, like we use them as a suffix. So let's assess them. Maize, sorghum, beans and pumpkins were the main source of food for most people in Kuno. Richer food items were not affordable. It means kable अस्तितात नहीं थे. These words shows about that kable or na kable, and where we have to show the ability or capability or inability about the things, we use these words at the end as a suffix. A donkey was responsible, काबिल जिम्मेदार था, for teaching young Mandela a lesson for life. Nelson decided it was inadvisable to ride the donkey again, and Nelson's childhood was unforgettable, and by the time he reached home, the scratches were almost invisible. So now let's student discuss about the grammar portion on the page number 52. Subject verb agreement. We have to decide our verb or helping verb, auxiliary verbs according to the subject. It means if we have the singular or the plural subjects, we have to arrange our verb according to the subject. So in this portion we'll read in detail about the subject or verb agreement. Like understanding this aspect of sentence construction is important for the correct and effective use of the language. It means the subject or verb agreement has a very important role in the structure of the grammar or in the structure of our language. So here are some rules that we have to discuss. The first rule is about the students uncountable nouns. It means we have to see the subject, that whether it is countable or uncountable, and according to this concept we have to write our verb or auxiliary verbs. It means helping verb. Like check the example. First one is water is hot. Like students, check the example. Water is hot. So water is uncountable noun. Like water, petrol, milk, these are in the liquid shape, we cannot count them. So with the uncountable noun we have to write the singular helping verb or verb. So long hair is difficult to manage. So here are also uncountable, so we have to write with it singular helping verb. Okay students, for the here we write a singular verb or helping verb, but we when we have the diet here in the different colors, we use with them plural verb or helping verbs. Okay, second one is when using either or neither nor, the second subject decides the verb. It means when the two subjects are working in the sentence, we use the either or, this is a pair, and neither nor when the two subjects are not working in the sentence, we use the pair neither or nor. And according to the second subject we have to write our verb or helping verb. Like check the example. Either Rida or her friends are to blame. Here our second subject is friends, so according to the friends we are writing here plural helping verb are. Then second one, neither Rehan nor his friend is present today. Students, second helping verb is singular, so according to the second we are deciding our verb singular. So third one is, when the two subjects are joined with as well as the first subject decides the verb. It means when we are joining the two subjects in the sentence, then our first subject decides about the helping verb or verb. Like check, Mrs. Kazmi as well as her sisters. Now our first subject is singular and the second one is plural. So according to the first one we have to decide our verb, and we are writing here singular verb, was at the party. The fourth one is, when two subjects are joined with and the subject is plural. When we join the two subjects with and, this is a conjunction, coordinating conjunction that create the connection between the two sentences. So when we join the two subjects with joining and with by using and, we have to use the plural verb. Like the boys, the girls were ready. Now we have two subjects, boys and girls, and according to them we have to write plural verb, were. And then point 5, collective nouns take a singular verb. Collective nouns, student, that show about the unity. Like army, there are a lot of soldiers in the army, but they are showing the unity, the one unit, so that's why we use with them singular verb or helping verb, such as police and different types of the ranks. So let's read. The pair of the scissors is sharp. Now it is scissors. With the scissors we always use the plural verb, but here pair means one pair, so we have to write the verb according to the pair, because it is showing the one pair of the scissors. Then the scissors are sharp because scissors have two parts, so we have to write with them plural verb. Then the sixth one, when a relative pronoun is a subject, the verb has to agree with the noun it is used for. Students, relative pronouns, students, the pronoun that show the relation with the subject for which we are using the relative pronoun. Like some relative pronouns are whose, whom, which, that, and who. These are the common relative pronouns, and wherever we have to show the relation with the subject, we write the relative pronoun very near to the subject. Like see, Ruhail is one of those boys. We are writing here Ruhail, who, so that's why it is showing about the boys as well, because Ruhail उन लड़कों में से एक लड़का है. Boys, for boys we are writing here who, so that's why we have put here very near to the boys, and then has been selected for the play. So students, according to these concepts you have to solve your exercise. These fill in the blanks. Like part I, fill in the blanks with a suitable verb in agreement with the subject. First one, the bag of rice is, because there is one bag, and according to the bag we are writing is. So have a look on these blanks and try to solve by your own self. And question number, so part J, correct the following sentences if necessary. Students, this is also about the subject or verb agreement, and this is for your test yourself. So have a look on these sentences and try to solve by your own self. Okay students, next concept is about the must or must not. When students we have to pay the stress in the sentence, we use the words grammatical term must or must not. Okay students, keep one thing in your mind, must or must not are the modals or the semi modals, and we have to write with them first form of verb. So let's see the examples. I must go to school. मुझे स्कूल ज़रूर जाना चाहिए. We are paying here stress, that's why we are writing the modal must. We must not litter, so we are also paying here stress, so we are writing here must not. And these are the rules to remember. Campus rules: no fishing pay to enter the camp, no smoking. And students, according to these rules, you have to write with them must or must not. Use your sense where you have to write must and where you have to write must not. The next topic is about the speaking skills. In part K, we'll talk about how to speak about the subjects or about the things. From your group of 4, the first group starts a story with one of the given beginnings and speaks for the 3 minutes. It means you have to make the 4 groups, and one group will start the story, and it will give opinion about the story and what type of the story was there. And you have to start with the phrase or with any question or with any example, and then the next group continues building the story for 3 minutes, and the story thus continues. It means the next group has to talk about the body of the story. It means they have to give the explanation or detail about the story, and then the last group has to bring the story to an interesting end. It means the last group has to relate the story with the first one. It means the ending, conclusion of the story and the starting of the story should be same. You should not speak here the different concept or different thing in the last, because the conclusion or the starting should be resemble with each other. So this is the pattern that how to talk about the things or the story or essays. Then you can check the hints in the beginnings. I was about to sleep when this is the starting, and then we were in the safari park when our jeep broke down. And this in this way you have to carry on your story. And then students, the last part about the comprehension is the writing skills. In part L, Nelson Mandela was a great statesman. It means he was a great leader, president. Statesman means one person who is ruling on the world, जो एक स्टेट के अफेयर्स को मैनेज करता है, चलाता है, that is called the statesman. Collect more information about him and write a paragraph. Remember the strategies for factual writing. It means you have to write the facts about his life. Don't create the things about him. You have to write the things that are very factual and do not depending on your imagination. It means कि आपने ऐसी चीज़ें नहीं लिखनी जो आपने उसके बारे में पढ़ी भी नहीं है और वो हकीकत में हैं भी नहीं, और आप उसके बारे में अपनी इमेजिनेशन को यूज़ करके लिख रहे हैं. सर्च अबाउट हिम एंड देन टॉक अबाउट हिम. And these are the stages that you can write about him. First of all, you have to research. You have read the lesson A Long Walk to Freedom, and in this thing you have searched a lot of things. Then your next step, you have to research. दोबारा से आपने उसके बारे में तलाश करना है. And then making notes. You have to make the notes about. It means you have to give the pattern. And then ordering your notes. It means first of all you have to collect the information about his childhood, then his studies, and then his political career, and then writing our first draft. First of all, write the first draft and then select that is it good or not, and then revise it. Means after writing your notes you have to revise it again, that you have ordered it in good way or not, and you have collected the enhanced proper information about him or not, and then present the final draft. Then your written draft you have to present before your teacher or your show your friends as well. So students, this is the exercise of 7th lesson. I hope that your concept is about the grammatical concepts. Countable, uncountable, and relative pronoun is clear, and then the concept about must or must not is also clear. Then try to speak about the things and write about any topic. Now your task is to create the sentences by using the grammatical concepts and write about the things. In the next video we'll talk about the next lesson. Till then, Allah Hafiz.